Twinkle Top. What's up? Happy Saturday. Like notification pops up. The notification don't even get a chance to pop up and you in here. No, I love it though. Thank you. I decided to play the second part, well, the first part technically, to Telling Lies. They're not related, but it's made by the same people, so I guess this is their first project. And then they made Telling Lies, so I'm just stuffing my face. Wait, am I mute right now? Am I mute right now? No, I'm not. Wait, no, my mic is on. Hello? I mean, you know, hello? Hello? Thank you, thank you. Man. Okay, okay. What's up, doctor? Yeah, welcome in, you guys. I'm just stuffing my face. This game is loud and I have it at 15%. Let me see something. I'm eating fries and chicken nuggies. I guess I'll wait for the other people who come in to get settled. Oh, thank you, Twinkle Time. Yeah, I had to wash my hair. I just had to get my life together. I said, look, I still didn't even put away my laundry. It's just sitting there, cold, wrinkled. I don't know. It'll get taken care of. Yeah, this game is only like 2 hours long, and I think the premise is that this lady's husband died or was murdered. We don't know. He died, and she's down at the police station giving her story. But there's like 7 different, like, she did this interview 7 different times, so I guess things change in between. You know what I mean? In between. You're embarrassing me. You're embarrassing me. But I just had to make sure it wasn't nothing crazy you could see on top, but it's just a shirt and some towels at the top, so good. Okay. This is Herstory. Okay, so this is like the other game where you just search up keywords and then whatever introduction. This is just telling me how to play the game, right? Oh yeah. Computer technology is the backbone of modern police work. The Logic database is one of the many continuing efforts to digitize our workflow and preserve evidence in a manner which will allow you to work more efficiently. In the coming years, the computer will continue to be the most valuable item in your crime-fighting toolkit. This database contains footage transferred from the existing homicide and serious crime tape archive at Portsmouth. It has been automatically sorted using our ASR technology. Each statement made by the interview participants is stored separately so they can be tagged for submission to court. The audio has been digitally stenographed, and the content of the testimony is attached to each clip. To retrieve a clip, type in a word into the search field. Click search, and the database will return all clips in which the speaker uses that word. To narrow a search, use multiple words. If you're working from a printed transcript, you can be even more precise. Use inverted commas to search for an exact match against the entire statement. Example, yes, I was there. Okay. To store a clip for letter reference, click Add to Session. Also, if you wish to add additional tags of your own to help future searches, please click in the user tags box and type in your desired tags. Okay. For any further assistance, please contact your department's information technology representative. What's up, Zach? It's really crazy how beige somebody could be. Spirit, please, you know? Yeah, I guess. I mean, I wouldn't know. No. Okay. Really, read me. So here's the database. I filed a Freedom of Information form to get you guest access. Everything seems to work. They transferred the photos off the original tapes in 1999, and then the Y2K thing hit and they got mothballed. No one has touched them since. I couldn't find the server with the detective's footage on. Possibly those tapes got damaged when the old archives were flooded in 97, but figured this would be enough. Take your time. So they got transferred in 1999, and this is supposed to be in 1994. Gang, and this is, what's up, Phoenix? Rubbish bin, hack.info. What does this say? Something hack? What does it say? G-R-A-C... What, Grace hack? What? Cracker, Cyber Ghost, The Legends You Never Seen Us, Packager Illusionist. One for the mums here. Classic 2-player strategy for lunchtime gaming. Whose face is this? Cracks with class. Okay. Mirror game? Wait, what do I do? Oh, am I playing by myself? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just clicking. What? Oh my gosh, first of all, Xbox, why are you so loud and annoying? Zaxby's, what's up? Grace hack? Okay. Like, I cannot read this. I guess I have to, like, fill in each spot. Well, it's a player 1, player 2 situation, and whoever, I'm assuming, conquers the most tiles when the whole thing is filled up wins. Yeah. So, let's see. It's like when we played Solitaire, that one game. Player 2 wins? Okay. How did I lose to myself? But how could I lose if I'm already chose? Database check. What is this? Database checker. 1 volume missing. Refresh. Okay, I don't know what this is for yet. Then we can log off, and then there's the clock, and that's all that's here. Connect 4. That's what I thought it was at first, and then it kept switching back and forth. Query history. Murder. Okay. Settings, video subtitles, anti-glare filter. Thank you. Oh my gosh. That was hurting my eye so bad. Wait, y'all want to be immersed like this, or should I turn it off? Because Oh my god. What's up, Mo? How are you? Should we be immersed or should I just turn it off because my eyes are killing me? It kind of looks cooler this way though. Like this looks so plain. Like why couldn't they add like I guess I mean I get it. This is all just a filter, but like damn, y'all didn't have to. I like it off. It makes it feel like a library computer. Okay, okay. Well, also, hello, Brylan. I was hoping that you would join me today because I know we were along for the ride of telling lies. So, I guess unlike the other one, it's kind of difficult to see the dates and times of each clip. I will say the second one is probably like a really improved version of what this type of game is. So, user tags. Oh, so I can tag it murder.
You think it's murder? I mean, clearly it's murder. What can I do to help?
This is June 27th, 1994. You think it's murder? Clearly it's murder. What can I do to help is what she says.
You think it's murder?
This is the whole clip. Oh, also we don't have the revert, the going back and forth, like the scrolling back and forth like the other one. And these clips seem to be a lot shorter than the other ones. So, okay. She said, what can I do to help?
Yeah, that's me. But February, that was months ago. What's that got to do with Simon's murder?
February. What is up with February? Okay. Yeah, it's the same people who made Telling Lies. So this is the first version. This is the first game they made that was of this genre. So Herstory came out first. The only reason I played Telling Lies first is because it was leaving Game Pass. So this one is still on Game Pass. But yeah, Herstory is the what is it? Like the precursor, like is like the first. They're not connected at all, but this is the first version of this kind of game that they made. And then Telling Lies is after. You were two? Rubbish bin. Is this a UK computer? It is, bro. It is. 1.5 years old? At this point, what? They were like in June. I was about 2 months old. A month. I was born May 1st. And this is the end of June. Yeah, I was about to be two months. Okay, let's see.
I didn't murder Simon. You've got it wrong. You've got the wrong person.
Her husband's name is Simon. And unfortunately, this doesn't have like the little like word pad that I had before, so I kind of have to I kind of have to use these tags. So if I clicked it, then I can find out, which sucks, but oh oui, baby.
I'd like to speak to a lawyer now. Please. You have no murder weapon. You have nothing. And all these stories we've been telling each other, just that. Stories.
Okay. She wants a lawyer. At this point, with these 4 videos, do y'all think she murdered her husband? I don't know. It's hard to tell. But that, like, if someone was accusing me of murdering my husband, I would be angry. I'm not sure if I would contest them like, you don't have a murder weapon. All we've been saying are stories. You know what I mean? That seems mad suspicious. So maybe she did. We just gotta find out her story. So Let's look up Simon.
Simon Smith. He works at Ernst Brothers Glass. They do windows, all kinds of glass. Simon does the more special work, mirror making, feature windows, artistic things, really beautiful things.
I guess I'm Simeon.
Simon is 6 foot.
That's true, Phoenix. That's true.
Hair, average build. He's clean shaven. If his beard grows, it goes ginger, so he shaves it. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with ginger hair. I bought a photo. They said a spring photo. This was taken last year on holiday in Rome. It's the best one I have.
Okay, so he's like 6 foot. I don't know what else to type in these tags. I feel like I'm learning stuff that don't really matter, but you never know.
It's the Rockington Arms. The Rock.
Dwayne?
It's run by a nice couple, Peter and Susan. There's some other regulars there that Simon likes to drink with. And the barmaid they have in sometimes, Helen. Peter said Simon had been in and had a few drinks.
Why'd she say Helen's name like that? The barmaid? So, Simon likes to go to this bar called the Rockington Arms. But she knows who's there, even though she don't be there. But she specifically called out this lady named Helen who works there. Hold on, let me make sure I picked up on that.
Rockington Arms, the Rock. It's run by a nice couple,
What?
Peter and Susan.
It's not.
There's some other regulars there. It's the Rockington Arms, the Rock. It's run by a nice couple, Peter and Susan. There's some other regulars there that Simon likes to drink with. And the barmaid they have in sometimes, Helen. Peter said
Look at her
Simon
reaction when she says Helen. Like, why are you looking down like that?
and sometimes.
Are you jealous?
Peter said Simon had been in and had a few drinks.
Helen. Weird. Okay.
Yes, there's an Amstrad one. No one uses it for very much. There's a printer so you can write letters on it. Simon sometimes plays games. You know, climb the tower, save the princess, that kind of thing.
I wasn't paying attention, I'm not gonna lie.
Yes, there's an Amstrad one. No one uses it for very much. There's a printer so you can write letters on it. Simon sometimes plays games. You know, climb the tower, save the princess, that kind of thing.
What does that mean? Amstrad? That's a location, right?
Simon isn't the type to run off or do anything crazy.
Wait, hold on.
Someone must have done something.
So her husband, you think so? She's filing a missing persons report June 18th. So June 18th, she's like, "Here's a photo of my husband. He's not the type of person to run off. These are the places you would find him at." And she lists off some names, like she tried to put Helen under the bus by mentioning her. Someone must have done something to him, or there must have been some kind of accident, because he's not the type to run off. So she's worried about her husband, which is fair, but
Someone must have done something to him, or there must have been some kind of accident. So what do we do next?
So what do we do next? At some point, so this is June 18th, like I said. I'm going to, where's the one with Helen? I'm gonna add this to the session because this will give me an idea. Let's look up Amstrad. That's a look. Oh, this is the one. Okay. Helen? Or was it called the Rockington Arms? Or the Rock? Okay, we haven't watched these.
So, it was Friday evening. We had an argument. He left. On Saturday, he didn't come back. I waited all day. He was supposed to go help Eric out with something on the Saturday afternoon. They had a job. He didn't show. So Eric was ringing on the phone. I checked at the Rock, that's our local. They said they'd seen him on the Friday night, but not since. He still wasn't back this morning. It just isn't like him at all.
So it's Sunday.
Still not back by dinner time. It's getting dark again. So I decided to come see you. His parents haven't heard anything either.
So they got in an argument Friday. He left Friday. He went to the bar Friday night. Saturday, he was supposed to do a job with Eric. He didn't show up. He still hasn't shown up. It's Sunday. Then she files the report. Okay. Um, I'm gonna add this one to the session too. I might remove this one. Let's see. When is this? A week after.
Oh God, I don't know. I mean, I guess the Rock. We've spoken to everyone there. Someone must have seen where he went. I don't know. So many things could have gone wrong. No one has been in the last few weeks. We had a plumber come in 3-4 weeks ago. Someone summoned you from the Rock.
Let's see what their argument was about. Let me see what happens if I look up argument. I wonder what they were arguing, if she mentions what they were.
No. I think he spoke to Helen. She said he was upset about her argument, but I'm not sure what else he said. He likes Helen. He likes blondes.
Oh, she really feels some sort of way about Helen. Especially because after they got into an argument, he went drinking and venting to Helen. Oh, hell. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay. Helen is the side job. Okay. Interesting.
He's married couple stuff. A stupid argument. Nothing specific.
What was it about, though?
No one knows how to push your buttons better than those you're close to. No. I mean, yes, we have arguments, but
I wonder where Helen's at.
he always
at.
comes back. We make up. It's always that way. Yes. He left after the argument. It was about 8 o'clock.
Wait, he left at 8? Went to the bar? Did she say what time he left?
So, it was Friday evening. We had an argument. He left. On Saturday, he didn't come back.
Okay. She doesn't say what time, but I want to keep into account what time. this. How do I remove it from the session? Damn, I can't remove it. All right. Okay. Helen. Helen is a blonde. Oh, this is the only time she mentions Helen. We watched those. Okay. Let's look up Eric, because he was supposed to work with Eric on Saturday. Why didn't he?
He was wearing a shirt, a blue turtleneck shirt and jeans. He has a watch. It's a really nice one. That was a gift from his boss, Eric. He had his coat, a long grey duffel coat, like Paddington Bear. He would have taken that with him. It's not in the house.
Okay, she's just explaining what he was wearing.
Yes, there's a car that we share, a Cavalier, and a van he uses for work. It's owned by Eric, but we look after it. Both of them are there now, parked in the street. I'm not sure about the keys for the van. I can look for you when I get back.
Okay, so where the key is. This is weird because how did he go to the bar? I mean, he didn't have to. Maybe he walked there. She just said he left, but he didn't drive there. Y'all have two vehicles, and you don't know where the keys are to one of them. I don't know.
Yes, that would be in his wallet. It's a Visa, a silver one. He doesn't like to spend money he doesn't have, so he usually pays with cash, but Eric convinced him to get one.
Okay, and he has a silver credit card.
Eric was like an uncle to him. They were pretty close. They spend a lot of time with each other, especially when they have to go to conferences. Have you met his wife, Diane?
Diane. We have 4 different outfits here talking about Diane.
Diane is really nice. She helps out with the glaziers, organises the Christmas party, that sort of thing. They have 2 kids, really sweet kids. She used to look out for me when I worked there. Diane is really nice. Diane is really nice. She helps out with the glaziers, organises the Christmas party, that sort of thing. They have 2 kids, really sweet. Yeah, that's Simon's watch. It was a gift from Eric.
Okay, so this is evidence. This is evidence.
It was a wedding anniversary gift. Steel. It would have been Diane who chose it. She has really nice taste. That time, you must eliminate me. I was in Glasgow then. I mean, not really. He would go to the pub. He had his drinking buddies there, but no one ever really came back to the house. Sometimes Eric, his boss, and his wife would come over for dinner. That would be us returning the favour. Diane is a really good cook, into her trendy ingredients. And the last time Simon cooked something off MasterChef, he got the recipe off CFAX, and I did my Lloyd Grossman bit, commenting from the sidelines. I had to find fennel from the supermarket. Have you ever eaten fennel?
I just got an achievement that says, have you ever eaten fennel?
get on so well. Unless it was something to do with work. Maybe Simon was being too much of a perfectionist. But I don't know. You should ask Diane.
First off, why is she in the police station with the guitar? What is she? What is this? What is the point of this? What sense does this make? What's up, squirrel friend?
I got in the car and I drove. I just kept driving north. Just kept going, just wanted to get as far away as I could. When I finally stopped.
Oh, you were just sweating in Overwatch?
I was so tired. I just had to sleep. Yes. I got to Glasgow.
Oh, you were doing comp?
Exhausted, so I pulled over and slept in the car. I woke up because a rubbish truck went past. I got some petrol, bought a coffee and a pastry, tried calling someone from a payphone, and then headed back.
I'm okay. I'm just kind of having a lazy day, but forced myself to play this game. I have another game I want to play too.
No, I don't think so. Glasgow was deserted that early in the morning.
Where is Glasgow? Oh, it's in Scotland. Okay, I figured. So she was still in the UK, just driving about.
When I arrived in Glasgow, I was exhausted. The streets were empty. I was driving badly. And I hit a taxi. Not a big crash, just paintwork.
But the streets were empty, but you hit...
Yeah,
Simon's dead.
Because I didn't have a driving license on me.
Her husband Simon is dead. And she, I guess, went to the police station to file a missing persons case. And she was saying that before he left, they had an argument on a Friday. He went to their local pub and he was seen there. He actually vented to the barmaid Helen that she seems a little jealous about because Simon likes blondes. So he vented to Helen about their argument. But then after he left the bar, nobody knows where he went. And so Saturday he was supposed to do a job with his boss and never showed up. And then this, I guess, like the first interview is on Sunday because she said it's the next day and he still hasn't shown up. So I came over here. Oh.
When I arrived in Glasgow, I was exhausted.
But yeah.
The streets were empty.
So he went missing after their argument and after he went to the bar. And no one's seen him since.
Not a big crash, just paintwork. The guy was so pissed off because I didn't have a driving license on me. But when I told him I was pregnant, he made sure I got to the hospital so they could check me out. It was fine.
I'm saying so. I think as well.
The hospital must have details when I was looked at. There's a scratch on the car.
She's like, I got into a car accident when I drove away after their argument. I think she drove somewhere and apparently got into a car accident and went into the hospital. I don't know. It's not adding up. It's not adding up. It's not adding up. So she was pregnant? She's an accomplice? Yeah.
Ask the hospital.
Ask the hospital. 2 seconds.
I don't see how it's hard. We've established I was in Glasgow when he was killed. You've spoken with the hospital.
So she finds out that she files a missing persons report, right? And so then they provide evidence to show that he's been killed. And they show her this watch that she had described that he would have been wearing at the time. And they show her that watch. And so I guess they kind of approximate a time of death or when he got killed. And she's saying that she was in Scotland. She drove to Scotland, got into a car crash even though there was no one on the street, and then got put in a hospital because she was pregnant. But she's not pregnant here. I don't get it. I don't get it. She's lying. She killed him, Your Honor. I spelled that wrong. Well, she's in the UK, so I guess they can just drive from place to place.
I got pregnant.
Okay.
Both our parents had a big powwow. We weren't even in the room. And they decided we should get married.
What?
Yes, I'm fine. Oh, I was sick again. This happened some days.
Oh, she is pregnant. So she is pregnant.
I'm pregnant. It's morning sickness.
Or at least she's saying that. Oh, the music? Hold on, the music just turned up. That means we found something out. Okay, sorry.
Well, yes. You found out on my birthday. I told him I was pregnant.
On her birthday, she told him that she was pregnant.
It's Rapunzel. The story starts when she's born. Mother Gothel, a witch, takes Rapunzel from her parents and keeps her locked up in this tower. Rapunzel gets pregnant by the prince, and Mother Gothel is furious, so she cuts off her hair and throws it. Actually, her hair's already short here, so that's already happened. So she throws her into the wilderness, and Rapunzel is reunited with the prince, who's blind, but she cures him with her tears, and so it's a happy ending. Is that too much?
What are you even talking about? I got Rapunzel's story. It's a happy ending achievement. I don't know, get an achievement for all these random. Okay, so we looked up hospital. Simon pops up in 61 different. Let me see, because there's this clip where she says this, which is weird.
I'd like to speak to a lawyer now. Please. You have no murder weapon. You have nothing. And all these stories we've been telling each other, just that. Stories.
Like, isn't that sus as fuck? Like, she. If someone was accusing, like I said, if someone was accusing me of murdering my husband, I would be like, "What do you mean?" Like, she's been chill, calm, collected this whole time, trying to point the fingers in every other way. She's been in Glasgow pregnant. She thinks it's Helen, the bar maiden, that's been flirting with them. Like, she's been pointing, like.
Can I leave? Are you going to arrest me? No. They'd laugh you out of the building.
Oh, I did look up the bar.
A lawyer would make mincemeat of you.
A lawyer would make mincemeat of you. I did look up the bar that they were at. But I could look it up again because there were, when I look up the Rock, there was only 4, so we watched those videos. The bar that they called is called the Rock, or the Rockington Arms, and so.
Yes, I understand my rights. No, I don't need a lawyer.
She's being arrested.
Yes, no lawyer. What are you going to arrest me for? Like I said, I think I was popping out to get something, ran out of something, had to grab something. I sometimes drive too fast. If you want, you can arrest me for that.
What? Like, she's so strange.
This is a nice room. This is where you take people when it's time to arrest them.
We are in a different room. I just peeped that.
Can you arrest someone who doesn't exist?
Wait, what? Can you arrest someone who doesn't exist? What's her name? Oh, hold on. What even is her name? Her husband's name is Simon Smith. Oh my god.
Well, she has a knife. She's been cooking, I guess. She's been cooking him his favourite meal. She's his wife. And he's asleep and she doesn't want to wake him because he's ill. That's why she's sad. Because he's ill and he might die. It's kind of a sad story, so I'm not sure how it ends.
What? What is she even looking at this stuff for?
You're reaching here. I don't know why.
She has a tattoo?
No, I've never cheated on anyone. I've never taken anything from anyone. Simon is dead. But I have my baby to care for. Why are you trying to make me sad? Why are you so obsessed with sex and affairs? You cheated on your wife. Is this your thing?
This tattoo looks so fake. It's crazy. Wait, what? She doesn't have a tattoo here. She doesn't have a tattoo here. This is June 25th, but she has a tattoo here July 1st. What the fuck? Are these not the same person? She said, can you arrest someone who doesn't exist?
What did your wife do?
What the?
She didn't kill you. I didn't kill him. I wasn't even there. I was in Glasgow worrying about whether my baby was still growing inside me. I mean, why would I kill Simon? I loved him.
Why did she have this tattoo?
No, he doesn't have any tattoos. He has a scar down here near his stomach, past his hip. Cut himself with some glass. That was before, a long time ago. He looks just like the photo. He's not got his glasses on here though. He takes them off for the camera. But he needs them to see properly, you know. He has to read a newspaper or a menu in a restaurant. Not book so much, or watching TV. He likes TV.
She's so weird. She's so weird.
Oh, my tattoo. I got it to express my individuality. It's an apple and a snake.
Why would you get a tattoo if you're pregnant? How could you get a tattoo if you're pregnant? I mean, I get this is 1994 and all. Your husband just died, you're pregnant, and you're getting a tattoo before you're in prison? What?
So I moved out. Got a small bed set. Got my tattoo to mark the occasion. I was singing in a bar in the evenings, so I had some money, enough money to cover my rent. And I've been doing something similar ever since. So I moved out. Got a small bed set. Got my tattoo to mark the occasion. I was singing in a bar in the evenings, so I had some money, enough money to cover my rent. And I've been doing something similar ever since. I haven't put down any roots. I don't exist.
What?
He saw me singing one of my shows, pure chance. Not sure I remember what he was even doing there. Afterwards, I had a drink at the bar and he came over and we got talking. I knew who he was. Obviously I knew who he was, but he didn't know who I was. He was fascinated by the likeness. He guessed my name from my tattoo. Told me it was a palindrome, like that would impress me. I enjoyed talking to him. It was amazing to be able to sit and interact and talk to him after all this time. He didn't tell me he was married. I'm not sure what he was thinking. He later told me it was like in his dream. A waking dream.
So there's two of her. There's two of her and one of them's pregnant and it's actually married, and the other one, what? Oh, so her name is Eve because it's a palindrome. She said her tattoo's based off of the snake and the apple, and he guessed her name was Eve because of the tattoo.
Well, my friend Eve.
Her friend Eve? Her friend Eve? Your friend that looks just like you? Friend Eve?
Well, my friend Eve. I mean, she was a friend from when I was a kid. And she was always more popular with the boys, and I used to hate her for it.
So you're jealous.
Yes. We'd fight. We fought on the beach once, and I held Eve's head underwater. There was no one else around. It was at the far end of the beach, and I held her head under, and I kept it under. And for a moment, I just wanted to kill her and watch her drown. But that was it. It was just a moment. I mean, we made up after it. It was a love-hate relationship.
Oh, hold on. I think I'm figuring out what's going on here. So, her friend's name is Eve, apparently. We still don't know her name. So there's these two people that look alike, and they have this love-hate relationship. The husband argues with his wife, leaves, runs into who I am assuming Eve, and maybe Eve wants her get back and kills her husband so that she gets blamed for it, maybe? But, so there's one with a tattoo and one without a tattoo. Oh my god, oh my god. What is this lady's name then?
A police station. Yeah. When I was young, we ran away on my birthday. Bob Dylan was playing in London, and we thought we could break into his tour bus and have him take us with him. The taxi driver we paid to drop us off. I mean, we'd saved money, pinched a bit here and there to pay for the fare. He was suspicious because we were so young, so he told the police. So they came and picked us up and took me back to Portsmouth. My mum picked me up from the station. But I blamed everything on my friend Eve. So my parents let me off.
Yeah, so this is June, but then in July, 3 days after, they have Eve in there trying to arrest her, and she's like, how can you arrest someone who doesn't exist? What? Hannah. Is she Hannah? So she's Hannah, the other one's Eve. Hannah and Eve.
What are you doing talking about Eve?
Okay. So now we know. Hannah and Eve. Those are the two. She's Hannah. I think she is. I think she's both of them. Because that tattoo looks so fake, but I don't know. Oh, okay. So somebody had left the room while she was doing this and woke her up when she came back. Oh god, this is... After we watch the Eves, I'm gonna look for Hannah.
My mother called me Eve.
Okay, who's that girl? Na 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 na. Hannah na 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 na. Okay, this is from the first interview. So her with this blue jacket, this is when she first came to say that he was missing.
My name is Hannah. H-A-N-N-A-H. It's
It's
a palindrome.
a palindrome.
It's the same backwards as forward.
Same as Eve.
It doesn't work from America though. It's not quite symmetrical, but well, you get the idea. Sorry. Hannah Smith. I live at 31 Gladstone Street.
Hannah and Eve are both palindromes. Okay. Alright. She's taking a lie detector test?
My name is Hannah Smith. Oh, shit. Sorry.
Her name is Hannah Smith, but she was saying that as Eve. Yeah. Something ain't right.
Across the road, where my parents first lived there, was a midwife called Florence. When Hannah was born, I was born at the same time. The midwife was there to help. I'd been throttled by the cord, probably wrapped around my neck by Hannah. The midwife told my mother I was dead, but I wasn't. She wrote all this stuff in a diary. Amazing what people will admit to on paper.
Oh, something's happening. Something just happened.
She recognized me from the window. She told me to come inside, and she hid me. They had made the attic into a place where Hannah could play. It was a dollhouse. She hid me up there. No one else ever went into the attic. It was her place. An affair. Simon wasn't having an affair.
Okay, so he wasn't having an affair. He wasn't cheating either.
No, he was as shy as me. I asked a friend to ask him out for me. We had our first date at the Odeon in North End. We went to see Risky Business. I had on my one best dress. Simon paid. He bought me a whisper, and I was worried about getting chocolate on my teeth. Simon's parents offered to put me up, but I didn't think it would be a good idea. It would be too sad. Not right now. I'm staying at a friend's.
Huh?
Mum and Dad had never had any reason to notice. They were always busy. If Hannah was eating a lot, they didn't mind. She didn't put on any weight. That girl has a healthy appetite. If they heard us talking in the attic, they just thought it was Hannah playing one of her games, and that Eve was our imaginary friend. Once, she was already up and dressed and ready to go to school, and I snuck down for a piss. Mum saw me in my underwear, she went mad. Get dressed this instant! So I ducked into our bedroom, and seconds later, out came Hannah, dressed and ready. Mum was amazed.
Bro, what? My brain is like...
Mum and Dad had never had any reason to notice. They were always... Mum and Dad had never had any reason to notice. They were always busy. If Hannah was eating a lot, they didn't mind. She didn't put on any weight. That girl has a healthy appetite. If they heard us talking in the attic, they just thought it was Hannah playing one of her games, and that Eve was our imaginary friend.
If they heard us talking in the attic, they just thought it was Hannah playing one of her games. And that Eve was our imaginary friend. Yeah, and she's supposed to be Eve right now. So this is the same person. Multiple personalities. But that doesn't explain the tattoo. Hold on, I got something in my teeth.
Friend. Once, she was already up and dressed and ready to go to school, and I snuck down for a piss. Mum saw me in my underwear, she went mad. Get dressed this instant! So I ducked into our bedroom, And seconds later, out came Hannah, dressed and ready. My mum was amazed.
What the? Oh my gosh. Okay, so imaginary friend, imaginary friend.
They'd gone to bed feeling ill, thinking it was flu or something. The neighbour called me, I had to use my key to let them in. We found them dead in their bed. And they'd been there for days. No one had noticed. Just awful. It was so soon after my miscarriage. The worst year of my life. I'd been so happy to get married, and after that it was just like, fuck.
Oh, I'm assuming that's her. She's talking about her parents, because they told her to get married after she got pregnant.
That's all that matters, really. The baby. Simon's dead, but the baby, that's how he will live on. Our baby.
What is going on?
It was supposed to be a secret. Just because Simon is dead, it doesn't mean I have to give up all his secrets. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened to Simon. No one murdered my husband because he cheated his expenses for a romantic weekend in Oxford. Rehearsed? You ask me the same question, you'll get the same answer. Is that your evidence? Of course I thought about what happened then. It's all I've thought about. My husband is dead.
After money, I'm gonna look up evidence. I want to see what evidence they have.
Sure, I think. I do all the bills and paperwork and handle all the money stuff, so it should be easy for me to find. Do you want them dropped off to you? Sure, I think. I do all the bills and paperwork and... No, everyone loved Simon. He's a glazier, he doesn't have much money. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, he does work at a glass factory, so.
If you put me on You've Been Framed, I want the money.
Okay. I can't even follow her for that. I would say something like that too. If you put me on TV, you better make sure that's hitting my books. Like, why did she bring a guitar? And now I know it's because when she's Eve, she likes to sing.
Really? Okay. Here's the rest. Laid a body on the dock tonight. Oh, the wind and the rain. Till a fiddler with a fiddle came walking by. On a dreadful wind and rain. And he made a fiddle bow of her long hair. Oh, the wind Yes, the only tune that the fiddle could play was all the dreadful wind and rain. Anything you sing may be used as evidence against you.
Okay.
Florence took me home with her.
The midwife.
Mother hadn't been expecting twins and had a healthy baby.
So they're twins.
I guess she was just happy for Florence to clean up. Take away the evidence that this was anything but a happy occasion.
Wait, no cap. While I was on the phone just now, I was about to call out MPD. Wait, what's MPD? Oh, okay. Well, apparently they're twins. What's up, Millie?
Florence took me home with her. Mother hadn't been expecting twins.
So pretty much their parents didn't know that they had twins because, well, they knew they had twins, but they thought one of them was dead. And so the midwife took in the one that was dead. And then one day, Eve, the one that's supposed to be dead, went back into their house and was living in their attic and would switch in and out with Hannah. You don't believe the twin act? Where's Florence? I mean, let's see.
Florence raised me in her home. I never left it. She kept me out of sight. It wasn't odd for people to see a midwife with a baby, carrying in supplies, washing nappies, that sort of thing. I never knew any different. I grew up looking out of my window and seeing her across the road. I thought it was like a reflection in the mirror.
Well, they're both British. So.
She was me. Florence was a warm, kind person. But she was broken, I guess.
Well, she's saying that Hannah was her reflection. So Florence was the midwife that delivered the twins. That is Hannah and Eve. Hannah got to grow up with their family because they assumed that Eve was dead upon birth. So Florence took in Eve and hid Eve from that family, but they were living across the street. So Eve got to watch Hannah grow up. And eventually Eve and Hannah do become friends, but I don't think they realize that they're exactly sisters, but they're twins. And so there was a story where she said her mom was telling her, like, Eve went to go to the bathroom, but she was in her underwear because it was time for them to go to school. It was time for Hannah to go to school. And so Eve goes back upstairs after being yelled at, and Hannah comes down immediately dressed, and her mom was amazed that she got dressed so fast. So nobody ever went up to the attic, and no one ever noticed or asked questions about the existence of twins because they just didn't care enough, or Eve was hidden so well that Hannah just got to live her life. Yeah, this shit is very strange.
But she was broken, I guess. When I found her diary, I also found a biscuit tin with other stuff in it. Older papers, letters, that kind of thing. Herstory wasn't there. I never really spoke to her about it. I was far too young to really understand, I guess. I just put it together later, once I was older.
Oh, thank you, kid. And I hope you have a great night.
Children. Planned to have a large family. But her husband died in the war.
Liza Minnelli is so stupid.
Isn't that strange? widow from her 20s. Well, I mean, I guess it was different then. You married for life and she felt she could never marry again. I guess it was harder, a war widow. One of the dead. I don't know, maybe there was more to it than that. I don't really know.
Okay, the music just changed again. Oh wait, we didn't watch one.
No, it was just me and her. It was the name they were going to call their first child. They talked about it and were going to try when he came back. Florence's family had a history of firstborn girls, so they were convinced it was going to be a girl. It's hard to know if this is all true. These are stories I remember, that I read when I was a child. Maybe I misread, maybe I misunderstood. Sometimes it's hard to remember what happened last week.
What?
Sure, yes, of course, if that would help. Will you phone the house to let me know when you want to come round? Then I can make sure that I'm there. No, he doesn't keep a diary. That's my thing. I've kept one, well, as long as I can remember, since I was a girl. It helps make sense of my day. And when you're forced to put something into words, it just gives you perspective. Everyone's on the same page.
Jesus. Okay, so I feel like I'm not sure where this is going.
When you've been married for 10 years, stuff accumulates. You could argue about anything. And he's so nice. That doesn't help. He tries to smooth things over, and that just makes it worse. We're both passive aggressive, so we never normally argue directly about anything.
Oh, hell no. I'm aggressive. I know exactly what I'm arguing about. If I have to, if I gotta take it there. Let me see. Let me look up twins. Maybe we didn't find out everything about the twins. We didn't.
Twins? Really? Are you really asking me that question?
Twins? What if she's pregnant with twins?
Are you out of your mind? Twins? There were always princes and princesses. They were the special people, more important than the other characters in their stories. We knew we were like that. Twins. Magical. We were the princesses. We had a poster of Princess Diana from the newspaper up in our attic. Had a pride of place. And underneath we used to put all our special things. When her engagement was announced, we were obsessed with everything she did. And later, when her life went so bad, we felt for her. Her divorce last year just kind of drew a line under things.
Interesting. Let me look up the attic. There was something else I wanted to look up, I forgot.
Yes. I inherited it from my parents, so it made sense to move back. Me and Simon. Felt like going back to old ways before the pregnancy. Reminded me of being a girl, a dollhouse in the attic, old things. We didn't sleep in my parents' bedroom for a long time. We decorated it as soon as we moved in, but It was another year before we started sleeping there.
What? It was a what? It was another year
Before we started sleeping there.
before we started sleeping there. Oh.
Yes. I read a lot as a child and watched lots of TV. Then the doll's house we had, we still have in the attic. It's kind of a fairy castle. We used to play up there and make up our own stories.
We? So is this Eve? So side bang is Eve and pulled back is Hannah? Then who is... No, I don't think so.
Could the hairs have come from somewhere else? I mean, could they... We have a lot of dolls in the attic. There's a Rapunzel doll with long blonde hair. Could they have come from there?
Blonde hair? What's his name likes his blonde?
I'm not sure where the dollhouse came from. I don't know if it was given to them or they inherited it. I mean, they wouldn't have had the money to buy it. It was so huge. It must have been taken up to the attic in parts and then reassembled up there. It's a beautiful thing. Wallpaper to scale, little furniture, the lights work, mirrors, beds, duvets and pillows. We spent hours and hours playing in it, invented all these characters and families who lived there. We wrote paperwork for them all, passports, diaries, gave them all really elaborate stories. Once, a moth got trapped in there. We'd left a light on. It was making the most horrendous noise. We tried to kill it, but it was tough. We ended up crushing it under a copy of the Arabian Nights.
Playing The Sims in the attic.
This other person doesn't exist. I don't know what the blonde wig is, but it could be anything. Have you looked at the cat flap?
Cat flap. What? First of all, what is, I feel like because I'm not British, I'm not understanding some of the vernacular. Let me look up what a cat flap is. Oh, they mean like literally like the door, like, you know, the little door that cats can walk through, like a little pet door. So that's what she means. What did she say though about that? So there's a wig. Yeah, it's just a cat door.
This other person.
This other person doesn't exist.
This other person doesn't exist. I don't know what the blonde wig is, but it could be anything. Have you looked at the cat flap?
Like there's a blonde cat going through the flap, leaving back their cat.
You want me to play something? I'm not the world's greatest guitar player. Okay? Probably needs tuning. No. It's okay. How about a traditional ballad? Should be right up your street. There were two sisters came walking by the sea. Oh, the wind and the...
This is the beginning of the song. Oh, the wind and the rain. Yes, okay. Oh, okay, I got an achievement for the wind and the rain. Okay, Simon and Hannah.
Differences? She's a better driver than me. She passed the test for us. I tried to take it and nearly crashed the car. Learned that you can't rely on confidence to get you through everything. She is the shy one. She was especially shy around boys. Hannah liked a boy, I would have to pursue
I was
him.
about to say, there was at one point where Hannah was like, I had a crush on him, so I asked a friend to let him know I liked him, and Eve was the friend. Eve can't drive, so Eve's the one. They murdered him together, and they're lying together. And Eve got into a car crash and is saying that she was pregnant so that she got let off from the car crash because she can't drive in Glasgow, and she was in the hospital. Eve doesn't have any papers or nothing. She doesn't even have a driver's license. She said that the taxi driver was mad because she didn't have her license with her. She doesn't even have one. She's not a documented person in this life right now because she's been living as Hannah's double for her entire life. Oh my god. But what if they're both pregnant? What if both of them are pregnant though? So it's either neither of them are pregnant or both of them are pregnant, and Eve already had this tattoo to express her individuality. Oh my god. If they were both pregnant by Simon, that's. But what if he didn't know? But he.
It was that way with Carl.
Who's Carl?
Hannah met him first.
Oh, just somebody in the past.
She had such a crush. I let him take my virginity after a night that his band had played at. It got difficult. When I was with Carl, we would have sex, but Hannah couldn't let him see she was a virgin. She had lots of excuses.
Oh my god, they are sick. They are sick. What in the Claremont twins? They're sick. So pretty much because she had the confidence, she would act like she would pursue these boys and stuff. They were both in the relationship with the same person, but they would. So Hannah probably doesn't even have sex with Simon. Eve probably does, and Eve probably is the pregnant one. Eve probably is the pregnant one because she's. Oh my goodness. Oh my god.
Excuses. After a while, we decided that I should take Hannah's virginity.
Oh god, this is disgusting. What? What in the Claremont twins?
After a while, we decided that I should take
The
Hannah's
the
virginity.
the twincest is crazy.
It's not that different to a bruise, pulling a tooth, a graze.
It's absolutely different.
We used a hairbrush. After that, we took it in turns, though. I was always the one who seduced the boys. Until Simon.
What's up, Sweater? Hope you're having a good day. I cannot. And that was the first video out of these 5. I don't even want to know. I kind of don't even want to know anymore. Oh god, I am disgusted. I am disgusted. What time was that one at? 11:46, 11. That was a minute and 18 seconds. So it'd be 11:48, 29, 30.
Hannah was so smitten with Simon.
So this.
Started getting jealous.
Yeah, I was about to say. So this is the first boy. Simon is the first guy that she didn't want to share. I guess that she wanted for herself. Hannah, at least. But Eve, you think this is a if you can't have him, no one will type killing?
Jealous. Didn't want to share. Even the first date. We went to see Tom Cruise at the Old Odeon. We both went. Kept changing places in the toilet. We only had the one best dress, so we had to keep swapping clothes. Must have thought we had terrible bladder problems. The next date, it was my turn. At the end, I let him kiss me, but that was it. We didn't want another Carl on our hands, and the Ouija board had said to hold back. After that, it was Hannah's turn, and she slept with him. Broke the rules. Deliberately broke the rules. She wanted to be the first to sleep with him. I mean, that's when she got pregnant. From that one time.
They are trifling. I'm not gonna lie, they're trifling. Oh my god, ain't no way, ain't no fucking way. So Hannah finally finds the one that she wants to be with. She ends up sleeping with him, but she also ends up getting pregnant early on. When she gets pregnant, that's when they told each of their parents, and their parents told them to get married. After they got married, her parents died. And so they moved into the house where she grew up with the whole attic and stuff, where they found blonde hair, but they don't know where it was from. Could be a wig. But I think at some point Simon finds out about Eve, because he sees her tattoo, and she said that when he saw that their resemblance was uncanny, he asked about her tattoo or something like that. Oh my gosh, oh my goodness, my brain.
No. The parents decided there would be a wedding, and after the wedding, Hannah moved in with his parents. There was no way I could follow, so we were separated again. I stayed in the attic. It was hard. It's like I suddenly didn't exist. I would sneak out, but in case anyone recognized me, I started wearing a wig. Hannah and I would meet up in the park. I was trying to get pregnant, but I couldn't. I mean, I couldn't do it with anyone we knew, so it was sex with strangers. Drunk guys.
She's trying to get pregnant so that she can continue switching in and out with Hannah? What? She wanted to get pregnant so that she could be in Hannah's life again as Hannah and switch back and forth as pregnant twins that are... And she's just trying to find anybody to be pregnant by. Like, what?
Drunk guys I'd met in clubs.
She was wearing a blonde wig to do it. I want to see the wig now.
I was 17. It felt like I was being punished. But it was Hannah who had betrayed us. I had to stop when one of the guys gave me an STD. When we met up, it was disturbing. For the first time, my reflection, she didn't look like me. She was fatter, flushed. If anything, I was getting skinnier. Found it hard to look sometimes. We talked about what to do. Was it time to become our own people? I mean, that seemed like the right thing to do, but neither of us wanted it. We agreed that her and Simon would get their own place as soon as possible, and then I could move in. And that was the plan.
Bro, they are so wild. And that was 3 videos of just too much information. Oh my, I am I stopped taking notes. It's all up here.
Hannah had a miscarriage. This was late in the pregnancy, and it left her infertile.
Wait. So after she's pregnant, look how she's smiling. She is so evil. She's like, yes, she's not pregnant. She needs me. She needs me to get pregnant for her. So then Eve gets pregnant by Simon, but I'm pretty sure Hannah might not like that because she wanted to be the one to give Simon their baby. Oh, hell.
Felt like the universe had corrected its course. We were aligned again. But Hannah and Simon were still living with his parents. They were married. Simon had a job at the Glaziers now. Eric had given him a full-time position after he left school. And then the legal stuff was completed very quickly. Hannah moved back in with Simon. Eric gave Simon the week off to help with the move. He decorated, modernised wallpaper, curtains. Hannah insists the attic be left as it was, dollhouse and all. Simon never went up there.
Oh, shit. Let's look at Eve being pregnant. Okay, that was probably not the right search. Oh my god. Okay, let's look up miscarriage. Did I spell it right? I spelled it wrong, didn't I? Miscarriage. There we go. There we go. There we go.
No.
Simon and Eve. I'll look that up.
I had a miscarriage at 8 months.
8 months? Oh no, no, that's sad. That's actually really sad. 8 months. Oh my god. And Eve is happy about it. Eve is so happy about it. What the actual fuck, bro? There's a lot of trauma here. There's so much trauma here. This is making me feel some sort of way. I don't like it.
I had a miscarriage at 8 months. We carried on living at Simon's parents until, well, it was only a few months after. Then my parents died. It was the worst year of my life.
Oh my gosh. So like listen, like from her point of view, this is the first time she's ever had to live on her own as herself, as Hannah. And she got pregnant by someone she finally found that she could be herself with, or she wanted to be alone with him. She didn't want Eve involved, so she slept with him. The first time she took initiative to sleep with someone, she got pregnant. She got 8 months pregnant, then miscarried. She also was married to this person. And then her parents died a few months later. And Eve, she doesn't even have Eve because she can't even be seen with Eve because they were living a double life this whole time. And Eve is probably being some sort of way to her because she looks different, because like she said, she got fatter, which is like, girl, shut the fuck up. And you know, it's like, oh my gosh, this, like, I feel bad for Hannah. I do feel bad for Hannah, even though, like, let's be real, Eve's backstory is a whole lot more tragic, but I feel bad for Hannah because it's like they lived in each other's shadow. Like, Eve was living in the shadow of Hannah by being the person that Hannah wished she could have been, because Hannah had the family, Hannah had documents that she was a real living person. Hannah actually had a real childhood. But Eve is like the daredevil of the twins and had all the confidence that Hannah never had. And like, and it was almost like, even though Eve wasn't a person that existed, she still was very sure of who she was and the things that she wanted to do without the family, without having a childhood, without, you know, so it was like they were trying to fill these voids within one another. And when those voids didn't exist, like, I'm pretty sure her parents dying and her having a miscarriage meant nothing to Eve. If anything, it meant that Eve had more of her anyway. Like, Eve had a reason to be there now. Like, Eve was the only person that she would have had, right? And that's why I feel bad for Hannah, because it's like, clearly, like this is the worst year of her life. I know Eve is trying to get pregnant, ends up getting an STD. Like, you know, this is when they were like 17 as well. Like, this is when they're teenagers. 17, 18. Like this is they're still kids. And now she doesn't even have she's infertile. She can't even get pregnant anymore at such a young age. With someone who she really wanted to be with, and to carry this child for, like, oh man, this is sad. This is really sad. But I also, like, I feel bad for Eve as well, but I just don't I think Eve feeling like she can monopolize off this situation so that she can be in this lifestyle again with Hannah just kind of puts me off. Like, you know, she doesn't feel bad for her. She feels like this is her opportunity to get back into them performing this charade for more years to come. This is sad. The whole thing's sad.
Miscarriage and then her parents.
Yeah, this is making me sad. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sorry if I start crying. This is sad.
Yeah. I mean, I was infertile. Thought I was. They told me I was infertile after miscarriage because of complications.
So she's not infertile. So she's not, but she was told that she was. So she probably didn't think that she could get pregnant again. So she asked Eve to get pregnant for her.
I think it was that time, the first time at the house, in his bed, that I got pregnant. Amazing, right? This fucking magic spur. And they say lightning doesn't strike twice.
So Eve did get pregnant by Simon.
I didn't tell him. I missed 3 periods. I had pretty irregular periods anyway, but 3. I had always thought we were infertile. Both of us. I didn't tell him. Just waited. Hannah and I were meeting for our birthday, and I told her because I thought she would be happy for us both. I think she was.
So there was an interview where either Hannah or Eve did say that on her birthday, I think Hannah said on her birthday she told Simon that she was pregnant. But it was because Eve told her that she was pregnant. Hey Chrono, thank you. I hope you're having a good day too, or a wonderful day actually. Thank you. That kind of cheered me up because this game is sad. This is actually really like bumming me out. This shit is, not only is it crazy, it is sad. I like personally, like anything that has to do with like pregnancy and miscarriage just gets really upsetting for me, or like, you know, losing parents, like all of that stuff is just really sad to me. So this is like, this is a bucket of bummer. No, I'm kidding. Okay, so Simon and Eve. So there's nothing about let me look up their birthday.
Yes, that's my birthday. Not one of the big ones, but I guess you can see that. It was my birthday, like you said. We were going to have a meal at home. We had our meal. He gave me his present. I guess I didn't like the present.
This is Eve.
From when I woke up. Okay. I woke up. Simon was already up, and he made me birthday breakfast of eggs Benedict. We both had to go to work, so we saved presents till later. I got to work, had some birthday cake, children sang me happy birthday, then I came home. The birthday meal was a takeaway, and Simon gave me his present, which I didn't mind. And after that, we talked about the baby. It turned into a big argument. Simon left. I was furious. I wanted to get as far away as I could and get some space to think. So I left.
They got into an argument about her being pregnant. And that's when she drove to Glasgow. Yeah, it was definitely Eve. Yeah, I definitely believe it was Eve that killed him.
A week or so ago. It would have been the Saturday before my birthday. You know, I get like that on the weekends, have a lie-in, then want to get up and blitz the house. I thought it made me sound suspicious. It's not a normal thing to do to drive to the other end of the country. I wanted to keep it simple. I know it's
okay, Chrono, I think I have Domo's stream up because Ambi rated him, right? So yeah, I have him tabbed up. I hope you guys have some good games.
From what was important. It's different now. Now he's...
Oh shit, I wasn't paying attention.
I thought it made me sound suspicious. It's not a normal thing to do to drive to the other end of the country. I wanted to keep it simple. I know it was stupid not to tell you everything. Saying I spent the night in Glasgow when my husband went missing, I thought it would, you know...
Thank you, Chrono. I hope you have a great day. Oh, no, thank you, Chrono.
Went missing, I thought it would, you know, distract you from what was important. It's different now. Now he's...
That's not even your... That's like... So what day is this? The 27th? So up until July is when they're both acting like they are one person. Because she's covering her sleeves, right? But 2 days before this interview, right, she has her sleeves out, her arms out, and there's no tattoo. I need to find when, let me look up tattoo again, when that video was where she says, so yeah, this is in July. So once July happens, that's when we find out they're two different people. So in June, when they first bring up this whole situation, they are both one person. But once July hits and the stories start to convolute a little bit, that's when we find out there's two of them. Now, you probably watched, oh, here we go.
We spent the wedding night in a hotel in Brighton. It would have been too much to do more. We were saving for the baby. It was wonderful to be in a hotel, away from home, just alone together. Since then, we've always tried to get away for our holiday. We couldn't afford our own place. Simon dropped out of school, went full-time at the Glaziers. That was Eric's generosity. We moved in with his mum and dad. They had a spare room for us and the baby if it came. It was a nice change, time to myself, living there for those months, full of hope.
Living there for myself.
We couldn't afford our own place.
Time to myself, living there for those months full of hope. Hoping that she could have her own life outside of Eve.
It was after dinner. I'd spoken to Sam's parents on the phone. I looked up for an early night and I suddenly had this thought. I think it was something his mum had said. she'd been speaking about old stuff, sad stuff, about when we lived there, about the baby. There's some boxes in the cellar, nursery stuff we never needed, and I never had the heart to throw out. And I suddenly remembered that when I'd looked down there the week before, those boxes, that pile was in the wrong place. I went cold all over. I went down there with a torch and went straight to the back, and that's when I saw the bin bags.
Bin bags? What?
Pulled them open, saw the body.
The body?
I screamed, and that's when I called the police.
Wait, what? Okay, so Hannah said that did Hannah kill Simon? I'm not gonna lie, at first I'm thinking Eve did it, but do you think Hannah killed Simon because she was upset that he impregnated her and that she couldn't get pregnant? Because Hannah makes the report that she doesn't know where he's at. Eve tells the police that she went into the cellar to look at how stuff was moved around and found his body. The fuck? They never said that they found the body. This is the first I'm hearing of this. I'm gonna have to look up body.
It was a shock to him. I mean, we never thought it was possible. I don't know what I hadn't decided whether to keep the baby. I wasn't really ready to talk to him about it.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. This is from the same interview, too. Oh, hell. Hey, Hope. First of all, hello. Happy Saturday. But this is Herstory. So this is the first game that the company that made Telling Lies made. So it's like the same type of concept. You search up keywords to find videos to put together the mystery of what happened. So this one's called Herstory. And so far what we found out is that this lady's husband is missing, right? After they have an argument, he goes missing. She files a missing persons report. What we found out through these videos is that there's actually two of them. So the wife has a twin sister who has been hidden from the world because her parents at birth thought that she was dead. So the midwife who delivered her took her in and took care of her. And then when they were old enough, they started living the same life once they realized that they were twins. And so when the one twin finds a husband or finds this man that she actually wants to be with, she gets pregnant by him, and the other twin is then left out. So the twin that's pregnant ends up having a miscarriage, and then also her parents die, which is both their parents, but the one twin actually had to actually got the opportunity to grow up and live that life. And so yeah, fast forward months later, the other twin, the hidden twin, gets pregnant by the husband, because at this point, after the miscarriage, then they can begin to live the same life again because they both look the same again. And now something happens and the husband is dead. So we're trying to figure out which twin did it. First of all, I'm still at first I was so on the fence about whether or not they were even twins. But it makes sense because one of them has a tattoo, the other doesn't. But yeah, this is a shit show. And so now we're figuring out that there's a body that one of them found, because the other one, she does look like she looks like a Celine Dion, Cher kind of like British, conglomeration. I think it's like the long bridge of the nose with the high cheekbones. Yes. Yeah, and then the dark hair is really given Cher Dion. Yeah, we're just trying to figure out what's going on here. One said that he went missing and she didn't know where he is, and the other one is saying that she went in the basement and found his body. So at this point, I don't know if their stories are lining up or if they are talking to each other about what's going on. So.
The bruise. I have a really fast metabolism, so stuff like that just comes and goes.
Okay, and Hannah had a bruise on her face, and it wasn't even that side of her face, it was this side of her face. Hannah has a bruise on her face, and like I said, during June, they're still acting like the same person. When July comes and they're still doing these interviews, that's when we find out they're two separate people. So she's making an excuse for whatever bruise Hannah had on her face. I think Hannah and Simon got into a fight, and I think Hannah killed him. Maybe neither of them did it, maybe. But I don't think that's likely. I think either they did it together or one killed him because they were jealous of the other. Those are the only two options that make sense. I don't think anybody else outside of this polyamorous relationship knows. There's a third, imagine.
So stuff like that just comes and goes. I don't know if there's much more that I can tell you that I haven't already told the other policeman. I found the body.
It's okay, Hope.
His body did not real. His throat. It looked like his throat had been cut.
She sliced open his throat.
And I didn't see his glasses. There's these thick glasses. It doesn't always work.
Oh my god. This is an emotional roller coaster.
I tried to get pregnant too, but it didn't happen. I slept with so many boys, men. My body refused. I think my period stopped because hers had. I was pretty ill. I mean, how could we stay the same now?
Hello? It wouldn't play after that. Oh my god. Oh my god. How could we stay the same? If the husband is out the picture. What? No fucking shot.
Can you imagine? I tried to get pregnant too, but it didn't happen. I slept with so many boys, men. My body refused. I think my period stopped because hers had. I was pretty ill.
Either that or my computer is shitting.
The same now.
Oh no.
I felt like Hannah had really fucked things up.
Oh. She's okay.
Set us down separate paths.
Separate paths.
We have become different.
Oh shit. His throat was cut. They're showing her.
On his throat. How? Like I said before, it was 3, something like that. I walked in, saw Simon.
Hidden twin.
He was on the floor of the living room.
Jealousy. Seduction. Pregnancy. Miscarriage. Death.
There was a lot of blood. instead.
Oh my lord.
Her story is that she'd waited for him to come back. She put on my wig, some of my clothes, pretended to be me. They talked. She'd enjoyed being me. He said he wanted to be with me. Then he took out a present. Another mirror. Just like the one he'd given her earlier. That unique present. She went crazy, smashed the mirror. They argued, screamed. He hit her.
That's what.
So she grabbed a piece of the mirror and just.
So she did kill him. Hannah killed him. Hannah killed him. What's up, Sky? Hannah killed him because, one, she was jealous that he loved Eve. He wanted to be with Eve. There's these twin sisters, and one of them was hidden from society because when they were both born, the hidden one was presumed dead. But she ended up getting, it could be Cap, Hope. It could be Cap. Because at this point, like I said, but in the month of June, when they're giving their testimonies, they're acting like the same person. So now that it's July and we're figuring out that they're two separate people, we find out that Eve, the pregnant one, who ended up getting pregnant to her sister's husband, is saying that, okay, we also know that in the past when Hannah was pregnant, Eve, so that she could go outside and exist in the world, because like I said, she doesn't exist in society, she would put on a blonde wig so that people wouldn't recognize her as whoever her sister is, because I guess they live in a small ass town. And so I guess at this point, when they had the argument, he gave Hannah a present earlier in the day. And I think he was technically cheating on his wife with her sister. But for some reason, he didn't know that it was her, even though she had on a wig and a tattoo. Like, that makes a big difference. So I think he was purposefully cheating. So then when his wife dressed up as her sister, he gave who he thought was the sister the same gift that he gave his wife. And she turned up. She was mad at that. So she smashed the mirror, slices his throat. He goes missing for a few days. Other people start worrying. And then she goes to the police saying that he just went missing. And I don't know at what point, I don't know what struck the chord for us to figure out they were separate people. Besides the fact that, from what I can recall, Hannah mentioned the fact that Eve existed, first of all. Because she was saying, when I was younger, I had a friend named Eve, and she was so popular with the boys, and I hated it. She was pretty much alluding to how she was jealous of Eve growing up, even though Hannah had the life, and Eve was being like her body double. Like, anytime Hannah wanted to talk to a boy, she was shy, so Eve would talk to them for her, and they would both be dating the same person and just switch out who they were. But her current husband, who's dead, is the first person that Hannah actually slept with first. So when Hannah got pregnant, all of a sudden they couldn't live the same life. Hannah ended up having a miscarriage, and then Eve got pregnant to the husband. And I think that is why Hannah killed her husband. I think Hannah killed her husband. At first I thought Eve did it. I thought Eve did it so that they could be sisters again, so that they could be the same again. But now it makes sense that Hannah killed him, because it was I wanted you for myself. How dare you have this life with her? And how dare you want her more than you want me? Even though they're supposed to be the same person. How do we know that the other girl lied about her bruise? I don't know yet. I'm gonna look it up though. I'm gonna look it up. I'll look up bruise after this. But this right here is juicy because this is literally her implicating that Hannah murdered Simon. Escándalo.
Just like the one he'd given her earlier. That unique present.
But I'm not gonna lie, it is pretty unique of a present because he works at a glass factory. He makes mirrors, so he kind of made them both. Wait, first of all, he made 2 mirrors to give to his wife and his side chick. He made 2 mirrors that are the exact same and gave them both. Oh, he ain't shit. He ain't shit.
Unique present.
Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm.
She went crazy, smashed the mirror. They argued, screamed. He hit her. So she grabbed a piece of the mirror and just swung it round. She cut his throat clean open. She'd only meant to scare him off.
She didn't mean to kill him. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So Eve said about the bruise that she has a fast metabolism. This is when she was still acting as Hannah. She said, "Oh, I have a fast metabolism." So the bruise just went away. So this is actually the interview where Hannah has the bruise. If you'll see on the side of her face.
Oh, yeah,
And
no,
also it's on that side of her face. When Eve talks about the bruise, she touches the other side of her face.
No, it's nothing. I was going through the top cupboard in my kitchen and the chair slipped and I kind of hit the door with my face. I mean, it hurt like hell.
What kind of excuse? Chit chat.
Bruise. Oh yeah, no, it's nothing. I was going through the top cupboard in my kitchen and the chair slipped and I kind of hit the...
Oh, she said the chair that she was standing on slipped and she...
Slipped and I kind of hit the door with my face. I mean, it hurt like hell.
Okay. Oh shit, we're making progress. This is how you know when some other shit starts happening. It hurt like hell. How's it going down there? You done? No. Okay, I'll hang a bit longer. Buzz when you're ready. I stubbed my toe on the ceiling. I'm not done yet. I'm not done.
If one of us got hurt, the other one would have to be hurt too. A grazed knee, a bruise. When I lost my tooth first, we had to pull our Hannah's to match. Once, I slept with a boy who was seeing another girl. The girlfriend came up to Hannah the next day and punched her in the face. That night, she had to do the same to me. And she almost went too far. I couldn't see out of that eye for days. She snapped a frozen piece up for me from the kitchen. So much of our bodies was synchronized anyway. We started our period on the same day. All our childhood diseases, stomach bugs, nits. This was that night. I went round and she was waiting for me. She was furious and so angry, the kind of anger you can only have towards yourself. We screamed at each other, argued, cried, we fought. I hit her back, left a bruise. I had my wig on from performing, she tore it off.
Now she snatched her wig.
Eventually, we grew tired of fighting and I left.
Let me look up mirror really quick.
It wasn't the present so much, it was one of those arguments that had been simmering for a while. The present was a mirror, a nice mirror. He'd engraved the glass, the kind of mirror a princess would have in a story. He made it specially for me.
Oh, so she had a problem when he made one specially for his sister. Yes, blonde wig is the performance hair. When she goes out and she starts singing at these bars.
The mirror. remember. I put it somewhere safe. Upstairs, I think. I haven't looked at it since.
Okay, this is them lying. This is the disconnect between both of their stories with the mirror. She remembers every specific little detail about this mirror, but because she technically didn't receive the mirror, because he gave both the mirrors to Hannah, she doesn't know what's going on with the mirror.
Silver leaf? No. He normally silvers them properly. This mirror, it's supposed to look antique. The reflection isn't as good. It's the perfect mirror for someone who doesn't like to look at their own reflection.
And then them saying that each other are their reflection. Oh my god. All right, man. What else should we look up? Because it's been 2 hours, so technically I think at this point we've beaten the game. This other thing has popped up. Okay, never mind. We've seen that. I don't think so. I think this is just so I can recall it instead of searching for it again. Good. So you think you understand why your mother did what she did? Oh, I'm the child? So this is years later, and I'm the child looking at these videos of, oh my god. Oh, I can only type yes or no. I can't type anything else. It's either yes or no. Interesting. I was about to type a whole thing. I'm glad, Sarah. I'll be waiting outside. Log off and we can meet over the road. Users offline. Sarah.
I would have been a good mother. I was young, but I would have been a good mother. She was a girl, by the way, the baby. We were going to call her Sarah. Simon wanted to call her Ava after his nana, but I didn't want her to have a symmetrical name.
That's it? No one blows themselves up this time? Yeah, whatever you think happened, happened. Which I feel like it makes sense. They both went through a lot of trauma. And I don't think the whole having an identical twin to fill in parts of the life that you're afraid to live helps. Especially with losing the parents, losing the child. And then her sister ended up having the baby and naming her Sarah. I'm assuming the one twin is in jail. So in the beginning they were like, Simon wasn't having an affair. It wasn't an affair because they both knew that that was, I guess, their husband. What the actual... Sarah, if you're stuck, you could always try admin random or the unlock command. Let me see something real quick. What does it mean, unlock command? Oh, these are all the videos I could have watched. Holy no way. Yeah. Act in a video game like this? That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. Let me see. That was a nice 2 hours. So I think because I want to upload this, like the entire VOD to YouTube, like straight from Twitch, it'll be easier if I just end this stream and start another stream like in like literally a minute with a different game that I wanted to play today. That's another like story game. I don't know how long it's gonna take because this one's from Epic Games, but I thought it looked pretty cool. So yeah, give me a second. It is 5:11. I'm gonna restart the stream at 5:15. Let me just make sure I get all this on and stuff and popping. And yeah, thank you guys for hanging out with me. I don't know. It's just something about these stories. Her story, his story, their story.